we just go live and, we talk about what we talk about. What's going on in the 2K community, the way folks feeling about pro play. Some people feel like pro play is the reason why 2K24 is the way it is, whatever that may mean in whatever way folks want to translate it. But I don't think 2K24's gameplay is due to pro play. At least me personally, I don't know if some of you guys feel differently. Maybe you could help explain why you feel that way. Let me just make sure that that's good. I'll get to the comments in just a second. All right, we good there. And Heck just sent me some. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was gonna check out. Let me make sure I let the Discord know that we're live. I will get to the chat in just 1 second, y'all. Appreciate y'all being here. All right, good to go. Let's get back to the chat. See who's up in here. Fear God, what a guan, wagwan. Zidan Dada's in the building. Jay Anderson, what up, y'all? What up? 2K19, I feel like that has a better experience in pro play. Let's see what the homies got. I would say it's random Rex fault. For some people, I'm sure NBA 2K24 is the way it is because of random wreck, bro. What up, Brandon? Oh man. What up, Daniel? The reason 2K doesn't feel good is because it's animation based as opposed to physics based. But 2K has always been animation based. It just seemed to have a way better understanding of physics way back when, which is crazy to me. What up, James Williams? GG, what up? Jesus, what's goody, man? Music by Lowe's. All City Pro Play got a lot of us choosing no play. Yeah, you're exactly right about that. You're exactly right about that, man. He said Pro Play has a lot of us choosing no play. DJ Dax said, I need y'all barbers to do better. I'm gonna need your financial advisors to do better. And I probably still bag more chicks than you with with my joint just like this. Stop playing with me, man. Y'all don't know nothing about me like that. Nothing about me. Little cupcake looking at another man talking about, I need your barbers to do better. You goofy, man. Sometimes I could tell you one thing. Just pulling out, I'll probably get your mom's. Just like driving down the road, your mom's will probably hop in the whip. So stop playing with me. I might have your auntie going crazy. These dudes are funny if they only knew. What up, Bam? What's good, Dre? James Williams in the building. Random wreck will make you want to make a new build every time you play with a bad team. Facts. Math Mimic, what's goody? Agent Q in here, Sean in here. So I made a video earlier about pro play because there's a lot of people who are blaming 2K. They're like blaming everything on pro play, and I'm like, damn, y'all sorely mistaken, man. Like, damn, it's like, how do y'all even think that pro play was the reason that we got 2K24 like this? What happened if they, Fear God said, oh City, what happened if they stop copy and paste and start working on 2K to the point that pro play and animation feel more different? Or will the game made it even worse or for the better? I'm not sure if they stop copy and paste. Well, yeah, that's exactly what I'm getting at, y'all. That's exactly what I'm getting at. If I think 2K needs to get back into the animations. I feel you're exactly right. I think Pro Play was like an additional layer, and surely animations are being added into Pro Play. And somebody else brought up a great point, which I was gonna talk about as well. When you start mixing and matching different animations, surely you're gonna get some clunkiness because there's a lack of fluidity transitioning from Pro Play animations for particular NBA players. Uh, don't do his mom's like that. They don't even understand, man. They don't even understand. I could go out rugged, Don. Like I could go out woofing, all of this woofing. You just let everything else speak for itself, bro. But you know these young boys, they don't know nothing about that. Just take a look at. I'll give you an idea. Take a look at the dudes, and we're not talking about entertainers, but take a look at the dudes with the most money. I tell you, they look simple as hell. Simple as hell. Just keep that in mind. You shouldn't be that ignorant. We're in a new day and age. But yeah, if it's facts, I'm gonna leave his moms alone, B. Agent Q, I only notice Pro Play and Play Now in my career. Can't really notice in the park and rec. Well, I noticed different animations. Like there's some additional anime. We noticed it ASAP when we first got it. And I knew we were gonna get used to it ASAP on top of that. Um, there are Pro Play animations that arise, but they're so subtle. They're like extremely subtle. Definitely not a generational leap like 2K was. I will break it all down. But it was definitely not a generational leap. I feel like some of the animations from Pro Play, but I feel like long passes, pushing people out of bounds, or passing in general is broke. Pro Play animations, don't know. They did say it was involved in passing. Uh, that's why this is what I'm referencing, y'all. The idea that it's because of Pro Play that the animation plays out like that. Like the lack of physics is not because of Pro Play. The Pro Play animation, what it would do, you know what you could the best way to describe it, y'all. The best way to describe it is if you're watching an NBA game, let's say you put on an old NBA game, and just imagine that 2K put motion capture on all the players who are on the court, and then they went on and played their NBA game. This is what this new Pro Play engine is doing for 2K, is able to take that video footage and then turn it into animations, where I'm sure 2K could adjust. You guys probably seen this stuff when like someone has one of the suits on and they have all those points of reference, the little white dots. Those are like areas where what it's going to do is the motion capture is going to create like a version of yourself. You know, you ever seen those like stick figure type things? I don't know if you guys ever seen where people actually do animations. Well, that's what they'll have, and that's why you have all those white dots, points of reference, joints, things like that. Or like for instance, your eyes and to smile, you know, those everything that motions when you smile in your face, everything that moves. So from that perspective, they get that from just video footage instead of having someone come in and put on a motion capture suit, and they have to pay tons of money to make that happen. But I just mean to say that the trajectory of this pass forcing somebody out of bounds has nothing to do. That's not the. If you feel what I'm saying, like that's not Pro Play. But the way the dude motions to pass the rock, you know how like the LaMelo Ball passing style. I think it was LaMelo Ball that we were using. It has these different animations that are noticeably different than some of the other ones. That's where like Pro Play will come in to capture the fluidity of that passing animation. Where otherwise, if they weren't able to capture that through motion capture, 2K would have to further enhance that when they get their 3D stick figure polygon type of thing, and they start making those adjustments. So hopefully that makes sense. Christian Man said, I like some of the animations. Oh yeah, he mentioned that. Played with some that was sensational the other day, and I never felt so disgusted in my life. I ain't gonna front. The time that I played as well, the same time that I had played with someone who had noticeably had a Zen, it was just like, damn, this is just a waste of 20, 30 minutes. And they showed it out like in the first couple minutes of the game, they showed out. but we felt the same way. It was like, oh man, just give them the game. Go ahead, bro, because they were obviously trying to show out. Uh, I created a player and just do my NBA player lock and having a way better experience on this 2K. No online toxicity to me. Yeah, if you just probably that's probably right. If you do a different game mode, then you probably have a way different experience. Have you ever been guarding the post and run away to reset and you get stuck in the back down? Oh hell yeah. Hell yeah, you get stuck in that like that back down animation, and you're trying to just get off it. The best thing you do is probably pull the chair or something like that. Pro play is dope when you're playing with your NBA team. Zidane Dada, did I just miss? Said, bro, you're a fly mother effer with you. Yeah, these little dudes don't know. Stupid. Uh, D Baskins, why isn't my chat up? I just noticed that my chat isn't coming on the screen. Oh, don't tell me that. That's just a waste. Don't tell me that. Then what's the point? Let me see if I could refresh this. Refresh cache. Let's see if we refresh it. What happens? Let's see if the chat starts coming back. You guys know I'm supposed to have the chat on this on the side of me here. The less we play, the less bills we make, the more they will change. We got to hit their pockets. I think so too. And I don't even think we need to do it by a lot. You see, 2K, they're in direct competition with themselves. So, you know, their idea of a W is like they have to break the sales record. They just can't break even on the sales record. So, you know, they have projections set 5 to 10 years in advance, and they know where they're supposed to be and where they're headed, and then they just use the team to make that happen, just like damn near any other business. You know what I'm saying? So, I get it. They're gonna have to. I think if we hit their pockets and just don't allow them to reach a certain sales goal, is they're still gonna make a ridiculous amount of money, but not meeting their sales goal is an L for them. You get what I'm saying? It's not generally a L for the company in the sense that they're gonna go downhill from there, but it's a L to the way in which they approach development is what I'm getting at. If we just allow them to break even, or at least they do not surpass last year's sales, they're gonna go back. They're gonna be forced to the drawing board and seeing like, yo, where did we go wrong? How come we didn't meet our sales goal? How come we didn't meet the trajectory? What went wrong? And I think that's right. I hate when I do dribbles and you see my player sitting there for 3 seconds trying to figure out how to actually move. Oh, tell me about it. I done been through it too, man. I triggered them animations and GG's. You just sitting there waiting. And then they'll randomly animate and you're like, oh crap. Remember all the hype they had when they were promoting it, showing real plays? Then the digital version, where did that go? I actually just saw that today. Keith R. I mean, I remember when it came out, but because I was looking up Proplay today, I saw exactly what you were referencing right now, where they used Kevin Durant's step back jump shot, and they showed. And I mentioned this when they showed that clip. I mentioned it back then, where they show Kevin Durant. Peep this, y'all. And this is exactly what I was talking. It's so annoying because this is exactly what I was talking about in today's video. When they were promoting Pro Play, they showed Kevin Durant do a little dribble move and then the step back fading jumper from like the mid-range area. They showed the real life version of when it happened in an NBA game, and then they showed the 2K side by side, the 2K version. What I found ironic about that whole thing was that the defender, it's crazy, moved. So in this step back, KD in real life in an NBA game did this dribble move, step back, mid-range fading shot. There was a defender who came up to contest. Well, ironically, in the version that the digital version of this thing playing out, the defender had the same type of contest as the defender IRL NBA. And my argument was is that 2K, for the sake of pro play or for the sake of realism, they'll move your defender a particular way. When you say, for instance, you're a certain distance or someone's taking a particular shot, because the pro play animation is set very similar to that Kevin Durant animation. Your defender's only going to be limited to that jump to make it look like a good contest. Even though maybe your momentum was swinging way faster, you should have got a way larger launch, or you got there a little sooner, you should have had a way better contest. But because the pro play animation, or for instance the shooting animation, doesn't even necessarily need to be the pro play animation, but the shooting animation was already set that the defender is only going to be able to jump this high. When you get caught up in that mix, you're going to be in a preset animation that allows you to jump just good enough to make it look realistic. You know how sometimes you're jumping through the roof to get a contest, and then other times you're like just limited, like you have no energy, and then you immediately look at your stamina bar, you're like, yeah, my stamina bar is full and my momentum was swinging heavy. How come I didn't like just launch pad? So what up, Ramel? Tell them about what I did with your mom, All City, and Third Son. I don't even understand what that means. The less we play, the less builds we make. And I just want to make something clear. We don't have a back and forth here, goofies. There's not a, like, you guys are on my platform, just so you guys understand that. There's no back and forth here. If I read one of your comments, I'm just giving you a little bit of grace. So just keep that in mind. And there's not YouTube talk. It's the same way I would operate IRL. I'll give you grace to talk, period. So keep that in mind. We're not dealing with no kids here. There's a grown man's platform. Keep it pushing. James Williams said, I hate when I do a dribble move and you can see my player sitting there for 3 seconds. I read that one. Let me scroll down. It's the lack of attention to detail on 2K's part. Facts. I feel the same way. I'm not hyped about 24 at all. I hope 2K25 is better. It's the lack. King Cash said, you wanted to pit bull shake toots. You went Cat Williams on him. Oh man, you think I worry about little Tootie? Save the clip, send it to him. You think I worry about little Tootie, man? I don't think you guys get it, bro. Well, at least the goofies in here obviously been watching me for the longest time. This dude brought up something that happened like months ago, and I aired Toots out. Aired him out for his like dickhead ways. He has a real like prick sort of way about him. And ironically, for some of the guys in the 2K community that don't know, because of that situation, I personally found out that a lot of people in the 2K community he's done this to. I was just the one to air him out. Don't play with me, B. I move off of certain principles. And my principles kept me safe in every area in New York City. And it's kept me safe up until this point, and I stand on them joints. So when somebody do me wrong, they're going to get called out. What up, Himmy? What up, Hoax? No cap in the building. Said the game's dry as hell. Yeah, it's not even showing. Let me see if I go full screen. What do I got in full screen? Yeah, because it's not showing. It was not showing the thing there. I thought it was going to show the chat, but for some reason it's not showing the chat today. You know, I'd be glitching sometimes. I don't know if anyone said this, but your chat isn't showing on screen. Yeah, Himmy, I was just talking about that. Yeah, the chat isn't showing on screen. I don't know why. Maybe it's tripping. I tried refreshing. Let me double check it. It's not even showing, like, see the YouTube number. So I don't even know how many people are in the stream. So it's definitely something wrong. All right, let's see what Stretch Big. Stretch Big said, to me, probably makes sense for the AI in my career, but getting stuck in animations in the rec and park and competitive mode seems like it's limiting our ability to play the game. It's been happening for quite a few years, Stretch. Quite a few years I've been saying this same stuff. Um, so I feel the same way. It's just like why are and 2K, don't get it twisted. 2K has acknowledged this. They've acknowledged this multiple times over prior to the release of multiple games. I ain't playing. They really acknowledged it. We understand that there was things like we want to give control back to the player. We want to limit our involvement as far as animations. They've addressed all of this stuff, but yet we get on the game and we still see it the same exact way. It's crazy. What up, Raphael? What's good, man? Yeah, full screen better anyways. Keep it OG for now. All right, appreciate you, Hemi. 2K so corny. I just bought a Steam Deck. I want to get a Steam Deck too. I've been heavily debating. I use OBS. I use OBS. I used to use Streamlabs OBS, but it started like tripping on me. It randomly turned my screen black, and then I talked to Brew, and Brew had the same issue, so he had to stop using it as well. When are you gonna stream Enshrouded again? I mean, I could stream it. I could stream it tonight. I mean, I could stream it today. So after this stream, I could just start up a stream with Enshrouded. I don't want to lose the connection that we have here. So, some folks really only come to this channel for 2K content. So I don't want to get them lost. So I want to definitely give a 2K live stream. And then, later on in the evening, maybe we could go live with a different game just so we can mix it up. Are you going to 2K Day for 2K25? Highly doubtful. I don't even think there's anybody on 2K side that will consider sending me to 2K Day. Me and 2K, we don't click too well, and I haven't heard anything bad. But because from my understanding, if you're a creator like me who speaks even the slightest bit poorly about 2K, then it's highly likely you won't be affiliated with them. And I have a track record for calling 2K out on a lot of situations, especially on the money front. So microtransactions and stuff like that. So they surely don't want me involved in no 2K Day. That'd be funny if I got an invite. Anybody still playing with their day one build? I still love my day one build. I still play with my day one build. I'm playing Avatar right now, F2K. I'm boycotting 2K. Can you please play Hogwarts Legacy? I like Hogwarts Legacy. I enjoyed it. I might do it on this channel. Because I want to get folks a little comfortable with me running different games, and then we'll go to the other channel. We'll see what it is. I'm not sure. It's just I know on this channel, at least we could get a lot more people just seeing the fact that I'm playing different games as opposed to getting lost on a second channel that's just starting to build up. See, Cap said, screw them events. You'd be better for it. I found myself whining less about 2K due to it not being the only game I play. And I've been playing. I haven't played 2K. The last time I played was on Friday. I played for 2 games. Before that, it was a couple weeks that I had played. And the only reason we held the Lunatics meeting, and after the meeting, folks, because I hadn't been on 2K in so long, folks were cracking jokes. So I was like, all right, let's just get on. And we got on and played for 2 games and got off. So yeah, I hope you guys don't see. That's why I don't feel like I'm whining. At least I don't feel like I'm whining when I'm talking about 2K. For me, I'm just stating facts because I'm no longer invested in gameplay. I'll continue to report the news, and I'll get on every now and then, and I'll get feedback from our community. Our community is 30,000 deep, so I have a good opportunity to get a lot of feedback and keep my finger on the pulse of what's going on in 2K. But as far as my personal involvement, I don't know if I could continue to do it. And that's only because I feel, just like the homie said earlier, I feel like 2K, there's just a lack of effort there. I'm supposed to give 110% of myself just to compete online. And it shows. I mean, it shows we have a high win percentage. It shows, but still, I'm challenging myself. Oftentimes, the opponents are so trash. I'm just challenging myself. So when I get upset at 2K, oftentimes when I'm on the game, the good majority of the time, not even oftentimes, the good majority of the time that any of us are complaining, when we are complaining, we're up by 30 points. So we're not mad. It's hard to say because it's like we're mad at 2K for having to even go through this stuff. We're up by 30. We're not mad at the loss. We're just continue to challenge ourselves on things that should be able to be done. But I'm personally not invested on a day-to-day basis like that. So that would be fire. Having another channel playing different games live. Well, Bando, I have another channel. Just type exclamation point in the number 2. I think we have like 2,500 subscribers, something like that. Just type exclamation point in the number 2, and it's called All City 2, TOO. And on that channel is where we have it set up to play different games. So now I'm gonna go through the process of, showing our community that we're playing different games. So I might live stream a couple here and then start switching it, transitioning it to the second channel. Hey City, KD has the smoothest pro play and Steph's is slowed down and not smooth as it's supposed to be. I imagine. I didn't get that. I didn't say anything to you, Siri. Mind your business. Imagine in real life basketball was like 2K. Defenders around the 3-point line will get sucked into a vortex when someone drives to the basket and just get yammed on. I had always felt that 2K's animations were forced. I had always felt that oftentimes what the offensive player triggered on their controller would somehow move the defender. I had always felt like that, but it wasn't until 2K21 that it became like obvious when they started dragging folks from the 3-point line while this dude is driving into the paint around the foul line area just for the sake of creating a moment on 2K. They forced this man who didn't even have a finger. It's because it's happened to me. I'm in the corner playing defense. I wasn't going to contest the dude that was driving. I was going to play my man in the corner. But it would drag me from the corner, me minding my business, not even a finger on the controller, into a contact dunk. And I've done it to multiple people consistently. We already know there was hundreds of clips of getting contact bodies on 2K21. So that was when it became most obvious. Like, oh, all right, yeah, that's clear as day, obvious. And then you see a lot of the animations don't play out how we have it, like how we anticipate. You see a certain amount of space, and that space is not really there. Where that used to be the definition in 2K. Back then, it used to be like if you saw a slither of space, you could take off because and not to mention if you put the opponent on your left side and dunk with your right hand, it made perfect sense. It made absolutely perfect sense. And it still makes a little bit of sense in 2K24. But the animations are so wonky and you never know what you're going to get that even going up with the correct hand, putting the defender on the opposite side of the ball, the animation doesn't play out like that's what triggered. They'll manage to glitch the defender who's on the left into the right. You're like, how is that possible? You would have had to bump me first. You know what I'm saying? So but what I'm saying is that's how 2K used to be. It was so smart in its way. And how do we go from that level of smarts to where we're at now? And it's not every single play because I like the finishing on 2K24. but it happens. It happens, and I think 2K needs to separate these animations and start focusing instead of putting us into one impact or contact animation. Switch it up. That dude has to have his own animations, man. I don't know how they would go about it, but on the real All City, you don't have to give up your time to tell these finesses that 2K care only about money and way less about your entertainment. And if they don't listen, then they're gonna be hurt spending money. I hear that. Yeah, yeah, I hear that. To each their own. I think everybody has to go through it because I went through it for quite a few years, and then I hit my like it was the last straw. I know some of y'all may go through it as well, but don't put yourself in debt for 2K is what I asked. Don't put yourself in debt for 2K. The way same way they got the dunk meter that you got a time, there's got to be a thing where you can block a contact with timing. Oh yeah, for sure. Because the dunk meters are so OP, right? I think my thing is like clipping, and I don't want it to clip. Lower it just a little bit. Testing, 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 test. No, that's too high. Testing. Ooh, damn. That joint went red. Testing. All right, there we go. Sorry, yeah. Yeah, so there's also the standing dunk joint, like the standing dunk meters are OP as hell too. I see contact dunks miss. I've seen it quite a few times. Them contact dunks be missing. I get it, but some of them are OP. It's rare that you come across someone who knows how to use it really well, but unless you're going into higher levels of comp. But yeah, I wish the defense did have an option. For everything that happens on the offense, 2K should know by now that they have to have a counter on defense. There technically is a boxing game like Fight Night. Yeah, I know. But it's only PC called Undisputed. Yep. Yeah, it didn't get, I was there during the process of development for that Undisputed game and watching it along the way. The developers were extremely open with how they went about developing Undisputed. But then when they dropped it, and I thought it was going to be amazing because the developers seemed to have a real keen understanding of a lot of motions in boxing, understanding the physics. He spent a great deal of time on physics, the motions, the correct way of swinging. Like a lot of you lames out there swing with your arms. Everything should come from your legs and your hips. So he talked about a lot of that stuff, and he showed that he had a keen understanding of boxing in general. So I was like, all right, cool, man. This looks like, because he was speaking some good stuff, moving at the back foot and the way in which you pivot. He was speaking some really good stuff, and I was really excited about it. But unfortunately, when it dropped, it didn't get good reviews. There were a lot of things that I guess they didn't follow through with. So I don't know where it stands right now, but I would love to play on this. Like, I would love for it to be a good game like Fight Night. What up, Adam? What's good, man? Ramel said, I'm 32 and I love a good game like any other man. But when they want to snatch my pockets every chance they get, I'm done. I have a family, bills, etc. I don't need to add 2K to my finances. It's facts, man. That's what I was seeing the other day too. Like folks be having a budget 2K into their like monthly budget. And it's like, no, man. No. You don't necessarily need to do that because I played no money spent. So it ain't like it's absolutely necessary, but I had a team of folks around me. They understood that I was no money spent. They understood that I was a low overall, and I was still able to shine, but that was mainly due to my team. So maybe if you want to limit the amount of money you have to spend, and you start running with players with higher aptitude. I refunded it so quick once I got my hands on it, but it needs more work. What you refunded? What you refunded? Lock and Trail. Was that 2K you're referring to? I got my coffee, right? That coffee be hitting. Man, good stuff. Did anyone's jump shot mess up after the update? Can y'all tell me some as well? How? Because I'm thinking about making a video on this. I was curious, and because I haven't been on the game in a little while since Friday, I got on and I shot 100%. So I was having fun shooting. I didn't notice anything when I got on a Friday, but then I started, doing my research and going through Twitter and stuff like that. And it seems that people are still having problem with shooting. How do you guys feel about shooting? Is shooting still stable? The last I checked on Friday, it seems stable to me. And I've been good since the season 3 update that pretty much changed shooting. Have you guys noticed anything? Is shooting fine to y'all? Let me know. Oh, Undisputed. Oh, Lock and Trill was talking about Undisputed. Damn, so it really wasn't that good, huh? It really wasn't that good, Lock and Trill. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm worried about. That's why I don't want to get it yet. Talking Sauce said this game is so tough. As someone who has played 2K since Dreamcast, you can really feel 2K working against you with random animations, missed shots, button inputs, free throws, slow animations, etc. Only the veterans will know. That's exactly right. Listen, I feel it work. And the fact that I'll speak for myself. The fact that I'm saying I feel the same way the homie Talking Sauce feels, that you literally feel 2K working against you, doesn't mean that like I'm not successful when I go out there and play. We're extremely successful when we go out and play. So even on a W, even on a kill, there's too many instances where I guess while I'm playing, I'm comparing it to previous experiences, older versions of 2K that operated way more smooth, look way more fluid in their animation. So when I'm speaking about 2K working against you, it's because I remember that. And then I come and play here, although still successful at what you're trying to do, you can still see the differences. So when I'm pinpointing this stuff, it's not just because I think like 2K is trying to adjust and I'm attacking them adjusting for more casuals or even sim players. No, I'm not attacking that idea. I'm just attacking like, whoa, it wasn't like this before. It used to be like this. It was so smooth before. Why do we got this now? Working against me. Hoke said shooting is good in my opinion, and I'm shooting with a 78, 79 3-ball. Nice, nice, nice to hear that. Let me see what the homie said. I come through, says shooting straight, 92 3, 80 in both. So that's multiple people. Jumper up 62 from 3 before the update, now 41. My name's Twan. What up, man? From now on, we should buy 2K every year just to return it back to the store and create a controversy to mess up their bank account. Shooting straight 92 3 and 80. It's okay, but I think it's way inconsistent. So folks still see it as inconsistent. That was Dario. I have different feels for shooting, but then again, I switch between tall, small forwards and small shooting guards. So yeah, that is definitely something when you start switching. When you do it enough times, you get used to it ASAP. But those initial stages of switching players consistently, yeah, they could throw you for a loop. Not ashamed to say, maybe it's just me. Was just you? Oh, okay. Now down to 41. Yeah, it's not bad. A lot of people shoot 41. What up, Deuce? I'm glad you're speaking on this because I thought I was tripping. I experienced exactly what you're talking about, but I haven't been playing that long, only since 2K20. And especially if you come from 2K20. I mean, in my opinion, 2K20 had some of the smoothest animations. Man, that driving, I felt in such control when I would drive to the rack in NBA 2K20. It was such a beautiful thing. I had them hop steps. Them hot steps would split the defenders, and then you go and yam it. It was just a smooth, fluid motion where you attempt to do something even remotely close to that, you go into a little like you stop before you actually start the 2 steps. There's a little hesitation there, and then when you go into if you can almost feel it transitioning into another animation. You go into another animation, and then it decides whether or not you're gonna lay the rock up or it's gonna let you dunk the rock. It almost like every single drive has these like steps to it. Step 1, step 2, and then step 3, and you can see these things play out, and it just breaks immersion for me. Where we already had a game that was super smooth in the finishing for as long as I could remember, way back to 2K16. I remember it being clean and smooth on the drive, and that was the wow factor. That's exactly what would wow you, because it was just so smooth and responsive. On the defense had a totally different experience. Defense wasn't responsive, but on offense, the animations played out smoothly. 2K should be MMO. Taller builds shoot more slower than usual, and smaller player shots still feels normal. And I mainly play Rec, so the gameplay always is smooth in my opinion. Yeah, Rec is fairly decent. Only when you really play it a lot do you realize like how much latency you're playing on. Because you'll get one good game of super responsiveness and you feel like you're unguardable. And then the good majority of the games you're playing on this it feels like a high latency. You're not, you're not sliding all over the place, but you start noticing this slight delay on your setup for dribble combinations, a slight delay from when you actually want to take off on a drive. So you start noticing these delays, and it's almost like you got to get used to just playing on the delay. And then that random one-off game that you get that's super responsive, you're like, oh, this is how we're supposed to play, right? And that just comes every so often. Pause. It was also a hella arcade like with park cards. 20 didn't have park cards. Yeah, 20 it was 17. Park cars stopped, if I'm not mistaken, in 18, no? Unless I'm thinking of something else, unless you're referencing something else. City, you on the second floor. Am I on the second floor? No, not you, Siri. 2K20 was my favorite. I watch all the time, bro. I hope you get bigger and bigger, bro. You have amazing content. And thanks, Daryl Brown. Appreciate you, man. Salute to you. This game was driven by animations. It's crazy. The game is driven by animations, but how else do they do it? How else do they go about it? It's gonna be animation based, but my argument is those animations used to play out a lot smoother than they're playing out now. It always looked realistic, since as long as I could remember, it was the most realistic. 2K has been the most realistic basketball game out there. But for some reason, in NBA 2K24, although you will get some smooth animations, for some reason on your driving, and again, I like the driving, there's just these little delays that happen. And I don't understand why. Every game feels different. Sometimes it's early, then it's late, and sometimes way too early. What game isn't driven by animations? Facts. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah. What if 2K brought back old servers? You mean like for older games? I think a lot of us will be heavily disappointed. Although we have this nostalgia tying us to these older games, and I still believe that NBA 2K16 was an amazing game. NBA 2K20 was an amazing game. But since then, we've come a long way. If in terms of graphics and some particular animations, I think if we went back to those older games, we'll see a lot more faults in them. I think we would if they try to bring those games back on. But I wouldn't want to go back to an older game. What I would want 2K to do is take everything they've learned since those games, all the good stuff, I should say, all the good things that they've learned, not jumbo animations where the camera zooms back out to the crowd and we have to deal with that for 6 weeks. I just mean if they take some of the good stuff that they've learned since NBA 2K20 and apply it with the same formula that made 16 and 20 a couple of the most favorite games by 2K players, then I think they'd be onto something. But they keep trying to go away from their ultimate success. Like those were the areas of ultimate success. And maybe in 2K's eyes, they're like, what makes you say that? Well, for me, is me being connected with the 2K community. But 2K, they're just like, hold on a second. But we done broke those sales records. So if they're measuring success by the amount of sales, they probably wouldn't be inclined to look back towards 2K16 and 2K20 because they've grown tremendously since then. So they probably don't see a need to. But if the community keeps pushing, it's possible that they might take some, or like if the community continues to dwindle or whatnot, or if they don't meet sales records, they'll start looking into those. Like if they don't meet those sales goals, they'll maybe start looking into how about remastering one of the older games? Who knows? Do you think if 2K25 flops, 2K will slow down on microtransactions? It may be too soon. From what I learned about 2K is that they're hella arrogant. What up, Toonie? What I've learned about 2K is that they're hella arrogant. And I think they'll ride the wheels into the ship. Like it's, they may make it seem like they're going down with the ship is what I'm getting at. They may make it push it to the point in their arrogance that like the ship is about to damn near sink, and then they'll just boom. Because I don't discredit at all. I don't discredit 2K at all. I feel like 2K has it. They could be great tomorrow if they wanted to be. But I feel like they're in a position like they're milking it right now. And they're giving us as little as possible. If there was another basketball game that magically came out of nowhere, I think 2K25 will be the most amazing 2K ever released. Just for 2K to kind of flex and say nobody's coming up to try to take our spot. So I don't deny 2K's capabilities. I feel like they have the potential to make something super amazing. The reason why they're slacking on that, I have no idea what that is. Maybe it's to increase the amount of money that they can make year over year. I don't know. What up, Go Crazy? 2K19 so underrated. 2K19 was a great game. I rank it right up there with 2K20. It's just that 2K20 had that hop step. That's why I personally love 2K20 was the hop step. But besides that, 2K19, 2K20 was damn near the same game. And I didn't mind it so much. OG Glizzy says this is last year. He said it just ain't fun no more. I appreciate that, Go Crazy. Thanks, man. He said you drop videos every day. You definitely speak facts. Well, I speak my experience. I definitely do my best to speak my experience. Yeah, it so happens that my experience is in line with it's aligned with a lot of other people's experiences. So that's why we be in agreement a lot of the time. A lot of us here that come through, and even if we're not in agreement, it's cool, man. I don't need everybody to agree with me. I don't got that. I don't got an ego like that. But oftentimes we are, because I'm on the court and I'm not playing by myself. I'm playing with a ton of other people, and then I hear their feedback. And then, just like you do with the homies, you say, yeah, word, man, damn, it shouldn't even be like that. Yo, what's up with this, B? And then, we're playing, and it's like, yo, how'd that even happen? So I take all of those experiences, and then we connect on a live stream. What I'm getting at is that I'm a player, so we see these things happen just like, yeah. 2K25 has to be the best, bro. It has to be. Yo, I'll give you guys I'd be hella surprised. I will be hell. I will be so surprised if 2K25 is even half decent. I'm dead serious. Because remember, this was supposed to be the 25th anniversary. This game here was supposed to be the 25th anniversary edition. And to help give you guys some perspective as well, and hear me out here, because this is straight out of Dev's mouth. To help give you guys some perspective, the years prior to 24's release, the devs were a bit overwhelmed. They had to develop. They were overwhelmed from 2K21. And hear me out here, because this was from the Czar. The Czar was speaking this. The development process had this effect that kind of put them behind the ball for quite a few years. And then there was the Jordan Errors game mode that also put them behind the ball for quite a few years. So what ended up happening was 2K24 was the kind of the first time that they got to fully invest into the game. This is directly out the Czar when asked, why is the AI? I personally asked them, why is the AI the way it is? This is for 2K23 was what I was saying. I was basically saying that the AI has to be better in 2K24 because the AI was so terrible in 2K23. And that was his response. It may not be verbatim, but that was basically his response. So what I'm getting at is that what we see in 2K24 was, like, from what I understand, one of the best efforts from 2K. From the 2K development team. And if that's the case, then this is the 25th year anniversary, and this is the Kobe year. They're representing one of the best players of all time. Rest in peace, Kobe. If that's the case, then what the hell we finna see for 2K25? What the hell is finna go on for 2K25? Oh, man, I don't know, bro. 25 gonna be the same with a few improvements. I'll be playing more single player games and backlogs. That's what I'm doing right now. Let's get to the chat. Hopefully I didn't miss some of these folks in here. J Bando, Zens are still in play. Was in the theater yesterday, and this dude was pulling from everywhere and anywhere. I had to record it. He was on Xbox. Yeah, we hearing. What up, Dyke, man? What's good, man? We hearing about them Zens being back on 2K. I think Ja put out a post, and then Brutal Sim talked about it as well. I bet half of this chat are a bunch of bums that's selling the wreck and ball hog. That's what OJ Glizzy is, going at the chat. Y'all go ahead and get on OG Glizzy. He called y'all all bums. What up, CeeLo? What's good, man? Did I miss some? He said, never mind, bro. There's no hope. Yeah, is Live gonna make EA money? We don't need to worry about Live. We talk about that damn near every stream. It don't look like Live is coming back. EA Sports could easily drop a realistic street game. They had the blueprint on Live 19. I think you're right. I think the smart company, and again, I still feel like 2K got the basketball gaming market locked in. But I feel like that's only if whoever's developing this game is seeking out an NBA license. Because the NBA and 2K are so closely tied together and affiliated, there's nobody who's going to seek out a license from the NBA for their video game, like to help with their video game. And 2K is not going to know about it. I could see it happening that somebody makes a street ball game very similar to, like the homie said, NBA Live's portion of the park, and does not at all seek out any type of licensing from the NBA. I don't know why somebody hasn't done it already. I mean, I understand why, because sports gaming is highly risky for investors. I get that back end stuff. But man, how do you, so if I put this in perspective, let's say I'm coming out of school and I got some type of engineering degree to create a video game, whatnot, and we go ahead and make a video game on the low, no licensing, and just go ahead and drop it. if I was seeking out investors, I would showcase 2K's success. Look at these numbers for a basketball game. I think the hard part would be convincing investors that they'll get a return on their investment without NBA licensing. I think that's going to be the hardest part. But if you got an investor that believes, oh my God, talk about, and you're successful at creating this game, like you're not dropping some bootleg version of a basketball game. You're giving better graphics than 2K. You're giving the player the same exact option to like change clothes and develop a my player sort of thing with a player build and all that good stuff. It's just no NBA licensing. None. The only competitor for 2K, oh, if them graphics were up to par and the animations were fluid, because there's still some risky here. I tried in the last NBA Live and it did look amazing, but the animations were so goofy to me. It broke the immersion. I couldn't like get into it because the animations was so wonky. It didn't feel realistic at all. So if somebody gets it right and they go like, and they do it better than 2K, oh man, they will kill 2K. And then whoever succeeds at it, that's going to open the door for all other street version type of games in the other sports, whether it be soccer, football, somebody doing a woofah ball or sponge ball, all other street versions of the game can come up the same way. Or imagine somebody incorporates all of that into one game. Oh my God. I know it takes a lot and it's probably wishful thinking, but man, I don't know how these folks could come out of school with their degrees and see the amount of money that 2K is making. And the way in which they cornered the basketball market is solely based in that NBA licensing. How doesn't someone come up and think of doing the same thing the way 2K did it to NBA Live? I don't know. Remember, NBA Live was in this position that 2K is in right now. And 2K was the company that came out of nowhere. 2K was that company that said, yo, we're going to take it all. That's all speculation, is my opinion. None of this is facts. But yeah, I saw them do it and they came out of nowhere and took over. That type of comp. Shooting not off, honestly, but if you take breaks, you get rusty and lose your hotspots. Yeah, I see that. EA don't want to renew an NBA license. The possibility of taking a loss is too risky. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. I have a park mode and a league mode and original characters. Devs can make a fun, great game regardless of what we see. Yep. Yeah. Because why not? The nature of business has so far infiltrated 2K and they've been so accustomed to just receiving money from mediocrity that they're thinking, hey, we're doing the best we can. This is not your best, man. You can't tell me that the development team, like, this is the best effort from the development team. This is impossible. Impossible. I'm waiting on MLB The Show 24. I tried MLB for a little while and it just doesn't stick. Another thing I would want is letting the ladies hoop with the guys. Yeah, what's up with that? I have trouble understanding that as well. When I grew up, there was 2 females in our projects that played ball probably better than half of y'all watching the stream. One was Puerto Rican, one was black. That's part of the hood experience. And for some reason, for the sake of like trolling and stuff like that, even though there's female players with male characters, what's the deal with not allowing female players to go into the rec? Like, it's just the skin. But I don't think 2K fully understands that the same way a dude creates a my player that's a male, because you know 2K understands that we want to develop this connection between development and the player base. It's the same happens for a female. She wants to create, at least some females will want to create a female replica of themselves. Why can't they do that? That is just insane to me. I guess it's the lack of success in the WNBA won't leave room for that to happen on 2K. Instead of 2K just taking a stand and saying, hey, we want everybody to feel the same way because they paid the same $70, $70 to $150. 2K is too comfortable because the proof is in the numbers. Yeah, they definitely play better than me. Yeah. Just don't allow them to dunk and I'm cool. I think they should get every animation. I think it should be just like a skin. I'm dead serious. You know, when you get a female player on Call of Duty, she doesn't like her bullets aren't less damaging because she's a female player. She moves the same exact way. She got boobs, everything. But that doesn't change nothing about what you're doing out there. Why would it change on 2K? If anything, it'd be just hype. It'd just be like hype. Like, yo, she banged on you, bro. You already know a lot of us will be like, yo, you let her dunk on you, you butt cheeks. And they'll have to go through a couple years of that until it ain't no thing. You're going to see women players going crazy out there. We play with All City Renee, and she goes crazy out there. So I don't see what's the big deal with it. Come on now, All City, a 6'7" female big versus someone 7'3" Shaq. It's a skin. I think we're forgetting one point here. That the person who bought the game, the same way like you want to make a player, the person who bought the game wants to make a player that looks like them. If they want to make a 7'3" female Shaq build, then they should be able to do that. I don't see what's the issue. Did you say she got moves? Oh, man. In many ways, 2K doesn't give us a whole lot of choices when it comes to body types and the look of our players individually. I think an independent developer could probably give us more freedom. I get what you're saying because it's true. Like, we should by now see like chubby people, not burly, but you should be able to kind of better define your body type by now. Yeah, I definitely would like to see that too. I wish they did give us more decisions. You know, I often do the face scan, or I try to use. For a couple of years, I didn't have a face scan, and I try to create one that was similar, and that was okay. But like this year, I have the face scan. If I get boomed on by a Brittany Griner, I'm uninstalling. But see how exciting that is for folks? Do you see what I'm saying? Dudes ain't gonna want to get yammed on. That's one. They ain't gonna want to get yammed on, and if they do, it's only gonna like further hype the females that play 2K. And all dudes, like, it's like we want females to get on the game if they're half decent. You know what I'm saying? If they're good, it's just a different energy, and I would love to see that. Where a lot of the females be going crazy. You see what I'm saying? There's diversity IRL. We're not asking us to play alongside them in the NBA, but street games, rec, pro-am, park, it's fine. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Like, the females should have the option to go into the rec center. Females with female players should have. And I could tell you this much, which I already know would happen straight off rip. That first year, if this was ever to come to fruition, that first year, half of the female created players will be dudes. I could guarantee you, half of them will be dudes creating female players. Thank you. The homie said facts. Yeah. So, to say that it wouldn't be welcome, like having a female player, a female looking player, wouldn't be welcomed by the 2K community. Half these lames already create tattoo bras. So they've been doing that for years. I know they'd be making female players ASAP. I feel in general there needs to be a whole different mode strictly for the city and park, just for casual and fun gameplay. Free to play, you can earn VC, base game, matchmaking, PvP. Yeah, I would like that too. Big worm in my emotions. Glad I got out early. I seen the big money scheme coming to All City. Appreciate you, Ramel. Yeah, yeah. You know, I'm always gonna play 2K and I'm always gonna buy 2K. I would hope for something better to come around. Yeah, see, the homie OG Glizzy said, "Word, I'm 5'2", 300 pounds, IRL. I need my player like that." And it's facts. I ain't gonna front because you know when you think about when you were younger, you played with hella fat dudes. You already know exactly like he described, 5'2", 300 pounds. They were playing. They make it seem as only as goofy as 2K is with certain animations, like just unable to catch the rock. They make us seem like as if we're non-athletic. A lot of the times, you'll notice that on the court. Might as well have some chubby dudes in there. Give people the option. That's what I'm saying. Give them the option. A female loading up that clip on you. Facts. Half the white player base use black characters too. Yeah, and vice versa. Adding insult to injury, yeah, because imagine me standing dunk meter on your Shaq build with a lady baller. Yeah, it's hype. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hype. Maybe we could talk some more about it. I want like air pun out there. Yeah, who knows about air pun? Yeah, no, that was dope. I gotta look for that. Matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna do. I've been thinking of like what I'm gonna put here. I know I want to put the YouTube plaque here, and that's why I created this space here. But I'm gonna look for an air pun. I don't know if you guys know about this, but I would like to get a vinyl air pun thing. I could probably even design it, and I have a Cricut there, so I could probably design it and just make it happen. That might be a project. Let me. Who said that? OG Glizzy, right? Good looking out, bro, because that is a perfect tribute to pun and a perfect thing to put in the background. Uh, create air pun logo. Matter of fact, you got me hyped. You guys by maybe in the next couple weeks, you guys are gonna see the shirts, maybe even the hats. You'll have the air pun logo right here. Watch. I'm gonna go check it out and see. I highly doubt that joint is still copyrighted. When is vertical gonna matter in 2K? Because I don't think it has ever. Really, Quan? I feel the exact opposite of you, Quan. I feel like vertical is one of the key attributes on 2K24. If you're creating an interior defender type of build, a rebounder type of build, vertical is super OP in my opinion. I don't know. Yes, new merch alert. Like if they do that, the game would be booming. Diversity for males and females. Facts. I think the game would be booming as well. As part of the success of GTA is that you create your likeness, and 2K has always had that right. They just failed to expand on it. Yeah, right, Blake. Who else feels like vertical doesn't matter? I think vertical is like heavily noticeable. Yeah, yes, vert really helps. Vert definitely matter. Yeah, that was a. What type of build are you trying to worry about vert on? If you got a 6'1" player, you're not gonna notice the vert. Um, but for instance, like for me, I made a 6'10" center build, and my vertical is super high, and I jumped through the roof. I went 11 and threes and got accused of using a Zen. Yet my sharpshooter threw 65 to 70. I don't even know. Is it vert or just gold pogo though? Definitely not pogo. Pogo, pogo is the second jump. Pogo helps when you land to jump again. Uh, so yeah, that's not vertical. Pogo is to help you jump more. Uh, So if you're just jumping straight, I ain't gonna front. I'm saying, vertical is one of my key attributes that I look to increase when I'm creating that build. Yeah, you notice vert with the blocks as well. What up, True? What's going on, man? Xavier says helping with his dunks. I don't know if vertical has something to do with your dunks. I think they talked. I think they made a video about that. Vertical is like speed with ball, just unlocks animations. Yeah. Pogo stick, underwhelming to me. Yeah, that's how I feel too. Vertical is tricky, but I agree. Vertical doesn't cover all aspects like we want it to cover. Like you think you put a 99 vertical, you should be jumping and dunking over everything. It doesn't have the same effects on the dunks as it should, even if it does at all. I don't even think it actually touches dunks, but rebounds, blocks, definitely noticeable on vertical. Yeah, I go high on my vert too, lock and trail. I'm playing center on my 6'8", and because I have a high vert, yeah, same thing. I made a 6'8" build as well. Was it 6'8" or 6'9"? But I made a smaller build as well, and always went high on vert. You can compete. So you mix vert with speed. Maybe that's the thing, because as you get taller, you can't put as high vert. So if you got a 7'3", you're gonna have a pretty low vert. I think is, and you won't notice it as much on a taller build, but I think the 7-foot mark is a good mark to kind of maintain athleticism and speed and still take advantage of vertical. If you go lower, you get more speed to take more advantage of your vertical. What up, Will? What's going on, man? You got a 90 vertical on your PG for what? Are you? We could have helped you out with that, bro. That's probably why the homie's saying. Hold on, are you the one that said that you gotta? Hold on. Oh, he said vertical is tricky. Okay, but why you got a 90 vertical on your PG? What should be the minimum vert you should aim for most builds? So vertical is tied to your dunking animation. So the first thing is the elite contact dunks. I think you got to have like an 85, if I'm not mistaken, vertical. So if it's really to unlock animations. Just you got to make sure, look up contact dunks, and if you're going for a high driving dunk, then it's going to be the key for your vertical. If you're creating like a defender type of build, you want to go, depending on your size, you just want to go as high as possible. You'd be creating like an interior defender or something like that. I wouldn't go 99. I would probably stick anywhere from the 85 to 90 mark. Like I wouldn't probably go higher than that, but yeah, that's like Lock and Trail just said. He said like 85 to 90, yeah. STT podcast said, can't front. Love my 6'8". Nice. If you're a center, no less than 80. Vert also tied into chase downs. 75 to 85 on PGs. Interesting. Honestly, on my PG, I don't even put vert. That's what's wild. But I have a 6'4" PG, and we didn't even put a lot of vert on it. I don't think 2K, but I'm not trying to dunk like that. If you guys created finishers, I could understand it. I don't think 2K cares about shooting. I tweeted them a few times to make it easier, and they didn't even listen. They wouldn't even give me a response. That was Gamer Ryan. From what I've seen so far, it doesn't seem like people are having shooting issues, Gamer Ryan. So maybe that's why they didn't respond. Oh, for contests on the perimeter. Went 70 vert because I want the higher strength. Yeah. And that's why, that's part of the reason as to why I really like 2K's builder, is because like what we're talking about now, some folks could choose, vert, or they could go strength, and it's going to be a huge difference in your gameplay online. I can't shoot that good. Oh, and the CPU beats you. Well, maybe you're just not Gamer Ryan, maybe you're just not fully, because it's really easy to shoot on the computer. But you just got to understand the mechanic. I had come to a point. I had come to a point where I no longer even needed to call for a screen. But when you're starting out, you call for that screen, just walk over the screen and shoot. You're open. You're right there. Is easy money. Or you do a couple moves, like you dead seriously go one direction and then speed boost the opposite direction. The computer is almost always lost. Or for instance, you could do like you coming down with your right hand and then hit diagonal down left, and he'll do that little behind the back motion and just go left a little bit. Open shot. It had become so easy to shoot, easy to finesse the AIs this year. I played a lot of my career this year. That's why I know this. Well, why when I'm trying to guard the CPU, it always says the CPU is wide open all the time, and this is playing my NBA. I don't know, gamer. I don't know. Strength is needed in PGs. Yeah, I've noticed that as well. Strength is a good, it's definitely a different play style, but I've noticed it as well. And especially when we got them lockdowns out there, they damn near push me out of bounds. Every now and then you'll get a good lockdown and you'll see like, damn, you wish you had more strength. Did you get a chance to upgrade your SSD storage on your PS5? Was that YouTuber helpful for you? No, I haven't upgraded my storage yet. I haven't tried. AIs can test you when you have a slow jumper, so maybe that's the problem. Oh, I get what he's saying. He's saying that. I thought he was saying, well, I'm trying to guard. Yeah, he said, well, I'm trying to guard the CPU. It always says the CPU is wide open. Yeah, Blake said, yeah, Gamer Ryan, join our Discord and we can get you a solid build for what you want. Yeah, facts. Big facts. Appreciate you sharing the Discord link. A salute to you, Blake. Yeah, join the Discord for anybody else. If you guys need help, our Discord is tremendously helpful. I actually I would recommend you guys look to Discord before you make builds. Because they could save you some money there. The community is really helpful and really open. I do my NBA. That's complete different ball game from that you guys for all cities talking about. Oh, okay. Oh, maybe it's just something different. Yeah, because I don't get on these other joints. Well, it was definitely dope chilling and vibing with y'all. I'm trying to test this mic. My mic keeps going into the red, but then when I record, it's kind of low. So I'm trying to figure out a good spot. I don't want it to go into the red. Testing. Yeah, we'll figure it out. City, when is the next trial? I can show you my build. We'll do trials this coming weekend. That's what's up, Blake. Salute to y'all, man. I will be catching y'all on the next video or live stream. See what tomorrow holds for us, man. Hoping you guys have a safe and blessed rest of your evening. Easy, y'all.